back. I am not nasally anymore. I feel much better. My sinus infection is gone. So I have bought a lot of things while I didn't make videos. Oh, yeah. If you're new watching my videos, thank you for watching, and my name is Ashley. Here on YouTube, I am Ashley Love Nerd, and this is my show and tell. And if you like to watch my randomness, as always, thank you for always watching my videos, and thank you to all the new subscribers. Last time I checked, I had 202 subscribers, so I'm really excited about that. So I'm planning to do a giveaway. I will leave the details of the giveaway in this video at the end once I resume my head. Yeah. So I did finish something that I said in my last video that I would be wearing it. It's not completely finished yet, so I'm not wearing it right now. But if not, I would have. Oh, and other thing I forgot to say, my social medias are going to be in the description box or bar or whatever it is down the video in YouTube. So yeah. So the first thing I finished was that creepy doll that I was doing for the girl. I don't have it with me because I was going to make a video before I send it off, but I forgot. So I've been really busy as well. So I have some pictures of that doll, and I am going to insert them here. So as you saw, you saw it in last video. She is like that tall. Let's see, like that tall. She's pretty heavy. She took a lot of fiberfill and a lot of yarn. I used one whole ball of Vanish Choice beige and half of another one. So it was a lot of yarn. And then it was just the skin tone, and the head was pretty massive. The body colors, sorry if you hear crying. People live in my basement. So yeah, I finished her. A lot of work. I used for the hair some Red Heart Soft with love. No, some Red Heart Soft. Sorry, some Red Heart Soft for the hair because it's easier to brush out and make smooth and whatever. And then after you brush it out with a dog hair, you have to flat iron it, like in a really low temperature, so it will take the crinkliness out. And then the waves, I mean. And then after that, I put I had like a wig cap, so I put it around the head so it wouldn't be puffy, it will let flat. And sometimes if you buy a Barbie, they have like tape or plastic around their hair, so they're like flat. So that's kind of like what I did with that. And she was pretty big, and she kind of looks a lot like the picture she gave me to make it out of. Yeah. So the other thing I finished this week, well, yesterday, I finished my cardigan. Oh, and the pattern for the doll, I'll put the name here of the pattern of the doll. I have it. So it's an Anna doll, but she has different ones, and I think they're all free, like superheroes and all that. But you can, I chose the pattern and then I modified it for what I needed. So yeah. So I finished my Harvest cardigan. It is super cute. I'm almost in the dark, guys, because my camera tends to act a little weird with the colors if I put like bright light. This is the color Cranberry of Lion Brands Wool Ease worsted weight one. Uh, it kind of looks like the color. Yeah. So I used. I think I bought. If you remember in my last video when I bought this yarn, I think I bought like five, five, five skeins. So I ended up using 5.5. Yeah, because right here for the bind off edge, I joined with the other color. I had 2 skeins that were different dye lots, and the other 3 were the same dye lot. So those 3 I used for the body, and the ones that were different dye lots I used for the sleeves. And then I ended up using one of those different dye lots that I used for the sleeves almost at the end. Like you can say these rows right here. I did put some button bands on mine. Some buttonholes, sorry. Right here, and it has even one almost at the end there. Oops, there. It's not blocked or anything. It's not blocked, washed. I'm gonna put it on here. I'm gonna try it out, like kind of stand up. Let's see if I move. You might hear some moving because my dogs go. You can see my pants are really weird looking. It's not the blue my pants are. Yeah. That looks amazing. And the sleeves are the length I want them to be. This is the small size I knitted. I did not take gauge because I'm weird like that. And yeah, I just have to sew in I have to block it and then sew in the buttons. That's all I need. I'm gonna sew some wood buttons on this cardigan right here. Yeah, how it looks. I think I did a pretty good job. It took me a lot of time to finish, but it looks pretty good. And the sleeves and everything. I decided with these, I think I told you the last time I showed you this cardigan, that I was going to, I knitted the sleeves first, and then I finished the body. So once it tells you like do a buttonhole, something, blah blah blah, I stopped and I picked up the stitches that were on hold and a waste yarn, and I knitted them with double pointed needles. I was using bamboo. It was taking me forever. I switched and went and bought some needles at Joann. I think they're the Susan Bates. Yeah, Susan Bates DPN. And I think those Susan Bates ones, double pointed needles, are like sharper, I think, than the boy needles. Because if you know where I work at Michael's. They have the boy needles, and I think the tip is more round and thicker than the Susan Bates needles. At least I have noticed that, but it might be just me. Yeah, you can say like cheap needles, and they're not really cheap because, well, they're $3 and something, but they worked pretty good. I knitted that pretty fast, and I was pretty excited about that. So, yes. I have a new member of the family before we start. We keep going on with the yarn. I'm gonna show it to her. So, here's our new member of family. She is Jelly. So, my other dog is Peanut, so this one is Jelly. Right, Jelly? Look at her face. Look at her face. Her puppy face. So we found her outside of her house, and she was really hungry. My husband picked her up, and she's still a little skinny. We think she's a Maltese, and I've been feeding her, loving her, showing her some what do you call them? Well, she has no education, so we're trying to teach her to be a nice dog and to respect our space and not climb on top of our sofas. Yeah. No, down, Jelly. So yeah, because when she got here, she was climbing on our bed, and at least in our house, it's not allowed for our dogs to go in our bed. Some people might do that, but we don't like that. So yeah, we get plenty of dog hair without them coming in our bed. So yeah, and she was doing that when I was like out of my room like for a few seconds. So now she knows that it's not allowed. We have to like straighten her up, and she knows. But she's pretty calm. She likes to play with Peanut and all that. And right now she's craving a lot of attention, and Peanut gets jealous about that. She wants attention too. So let's keep on with the yarny stuff, because you don't want to hear me talk about stuff. So other things I finished is gonna be really silly, guys. Really silly. So, are these socks? This is one sock. I think my camera's on autofocus, and that's not good. Because it starts doing crazy stuff once it starts doing autofocus by itself. Okay, here we go. So, there you go. These are socks. And this is the other sock. I went a little bit overboard on this one for my feet. I needed to cut like there. It would have been my size. But then I keep cranking up the machine and mess it up. So there's a video on Yay for Yarn. She is an Addi knitter, or an Addi, yeah, you could say an Addi knitter. She uses the Addi machines to knit. And she had a video on how to do socks in the smaller Addi, which I don't have. I have the Singer knitting machine that is like a toy, but it worked just fine. It did drop some stitches. I don't know if you can see. It did drop some stitches. There. You can see. Is it dropped some? Oh my gosh! There, it dropped some stitches right here, right there, right here. There's the blue stitch right there, the hole here, and yep, and in this one as well. It dropped some stitches, but you can't see it because it dropped them from the inside. I don't know, it was weird. I'm gonna show you. Like, me and my camera. Okay, guys, I'm sucking really hard at this. There, you see that? That's supposed to be knitted, and it's not. So it dropped that string right there. And let me focus it again on my face. The yarn I use for the socks, like the body of the socks, is Red Heart. I think it's Fiesta or something like that, or Rainbow or something. It's really colorful. And this one is Hobby Lobby. I love this yarn. So my Singer machine likes better the Hobby Lobby. I love this yarn. than the red heart. Well, this red heart is thinner because I don't know if you noticed with the variegated or colored red heart super saver, it tends to be a little thinner than the regular red heart super saver. So it works fine. And I was just clowning around just to just to see how it worked out. Yeah. So to do the ribbing in the cup, you have to actually um, cast off the stitches and re-stitch them on with a crochet hook to do a ribbing, and then here at the end you do a half double crochet to end the socks. They're not like they're not socks like, oh my god, they're amazing or whatever. They have flaws and all that, and this one is still a little too small for me. I did 20, I think 20 rows here, and I needed to do a few more, but still playing around. But to be like, I would like to make them in like Red Heart, Red Heart, in Lion Brand's Wool Ease. It has a little wool, and it'll make great house slippers because they're pretty comfy. They're pretty comfy, and they're like, I think I knit one sock in that machine for to be half an hour, like half an hour. And then I took some breaks. I did something else because they needed me in my house. You know, I'm a mom, so moms never have a break to do anything. So it was my free day. Okay, it was a Sunday that I started clowning around with this last Sunday. So playing around, you can say, with this, and yeah. But to make like house slippers and gifts, like for people, like, and you want something quick, and you have an Addy, the smaller Addy, or you have that Singer that I have machine, that's a toy. It works. Look, I got socks out of it, and the video tutorial is like really good. So yeah, I'm pretty happy. This one, my husband says it's like a clown sock because it's so big, but I might unravel it and do it the same color as this one and wear them around the house. Even though she uses 2 strands to knit it in the machine, but as my machine is not a Addy machine, it's a little toy, I could not pass 2 strands. So when you 2-strand it, you don't have holes. Like, let me see if I can put my hand in, and you might not even see it because it has like little holes in the little beads. But yeah. So yeah, it was really fun. And they're really quick, like the fastest socks I ever knitted, ever. It took me, what, a day? Hours? Yeah, hours. And I had 2 socks. Yeah, it was fun. It was fun practicing and playing around with that. So, and other things I have, this is a whip. So, I haven't finished this one. So it's pretty massive. It's not gonna fit on my it's not gonna fit on camera completely, and it's not even finished, so you might not even tell what it is. I'm using a 9mm. This is a Tunisian crochet hook, bamboo, but I'm not using it to do Tunisian. I'm just using it to crochet just regular crochet. So this is a video tutorial for the Snuggly Sacks from Bernat blanket. Yes, there is a video tutorial. There's a bunch of video tutorials on YouTube for different snuggle sacks. There's a hot dog, ice cream cone, a spaceship, dinosaur tail, shark, and then there's the mermaid tail. So I'm doing the mermaid tail. But I'm not using, if you know, I bought some 2 balls of Red Heart Jumbo in Pretty in Pink and Sunny Yellow, I think, or Bright Yellow. So yeah, I bought those two and I mixed them with some Lion brand that I had. So I'm actually using 3 strands of yarn here. Using 3 strands. These are the colors that my daughter picked. And this is what I have done. I am doing the decreases. As you can see, it's smaller. It's getting smaller here. So I'm getting to the tail. Right now, the next row I'm going to do, it's another decrease. But it looks pretty cool. Like, look at the colors. It looks amazing. And yes, I have a bunch of tails because I started doing them all from the ball, but it was not working. I kept missing yarn and loops, and it was really bad. Plus, I was using an 8mm hook because that's what they recommend for the pattern, but it was not working. I was like, I'm just gonna wind cakes out of this yarn until I run out, and then I'm gonna switch to a bigger hook because it's not grabbing. You know, this hook doesn't have a deep groove, and the 8mm one was less of a deep groove in it, so it was not grabbing the 3 strands, and it was leaving some loops undone, and it was not being cool. So I made cakes with the 3 strands of yarn. I think it looks pretty cool. The cakes kind of deceive you. You think you're gonna get like a beautiful striped yarn, but they're not really gonna be striped. I kind of like to do like 3 strands. Like if you have a bunch of worsted weight and there's like a chunky hat or something you want to do, and for this, obviously, I did not have the colors I needed and the quantity, but sometimes you have a bunch of yarn, they're the same color, or you have like this big Caron 1 pound, and you want to make a chunky hat, you can use that Caron 1 pound. Just grab the 2 ends and crochet on or knit on, and you'll have the same effect as if you were. Sometimes you like some specific colors that you have in your stash and you have a lot of quantity, and you like this pattern that's chunky or bulky with bulky yarn, and you can use that yarn that you have in your stash. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna work just fine for that. Yeah, because I have done hats before with 2 strands of yarn, and they for bulky patterns, and they end up perfect. I have used 7 cakes of that yarn, and I have right now this to work on. Right here, it's some mess. I have that to work on, and then cast on my last cake. I have a little tiny cake. It's kind of like that big left. No, that big left. And then I have some other yellow yarn, and I think I have some pretty pink yarn scraps. I'll use that until I have no more, and I still have some of the Lion brand yarn left of the ball because it had more quantity than the Red Heart. Plus, when I wound it up, I ended up with more Red Heart pink and yellow than the Lion brand, so I had to cut that off and make. Okay, this one has it. So right here, I don't know if you can see the tip right there, that's the Lion brand one, and these are the Red Heart ones. So it ended up scanning up more of these, more quantity of this than the other ones. So yeah, I ended up with a crazy thing there. Okay. Sorry for that. So things I bought. I bought this Fun Fur synthetic at Hobby Lobby. I think I'm going to use it to make pom-poms out of it, because pom-poms are really expensive, and you can't really find a pretty pom-pom with like longer strands of like hair. I don't know if you can see that, but it has longer strands of hair, and it is pretty. It has like a stripy effect to it. I bought that to make pom poms out of. I bought these needles to make a hat. They are boy needles, and they are the size 15 millimeter, and the cable is 29 inches. So I'm going to make a hat with this. I don't know how it's going to magic loop because it's only 29 inches. So it might be a pain in the butt. Yeah. I might not even use them at all. Yeah, I have some really thick yarn, and I've been using, I tried to use my cheap, what is it, eBay bamboo needles, which have like this plastic tubing for cable, and sometimes it tends up to be really sticky in that area. So I've been experimenting with those needles. I rubbed some wax paper on them, on one of them, and even on the cable, but you're supposed to let it sit for 24 hours. So I did it last night. So you're supposed to let it sit for 24 hours and then check. You do that just for the wooden part, just for them to be smooth and nice. Or you can even use beeswax. And yep, there is. I did that because my Knit Pick needles kind of got like bumpy, my 5mm ones, because I used them a lot. The wood part was getting really rough and kind of like dented, and I don't know, it was really weird. Like every time you pass a needle, you could like feel like bumpiness, like you could say like passing your hands through the knuckles, because you can feel that when your needles are kind of like rough. You can feel kind of like that, like if you're rubbing. Like that's what I felt when I put the other needles through it. It were like kind of like bumpiness and scratchiness, and I was like, what is going on here? So obviously I did call the company. I got some replacements for those because they are not yet a year old, and they started doing that. Mine are the Caspian needles. They are turquoise, really beautiful needles, and they work awesome. It's not, it's just that just happened, and there is. So after that happened, I think Knit Pictures give you some instructions on how to take care of the needles because they're like pieces of art, and there isn't any instructions how to take care, how to clean them, none of that. Like there isn't even like a lot of blogs about that, and I feel like so frustrated until I found a blog that told me that I could use wax paper or beeswax, which I have beeswax there. I put a short video on in Instagram, like one of those clips, 24 hours. I think it's gone already, but yeah, I got my replacement ones. Those are the ones I used to finish my cardigan up, because that's the reason why it took so much time too, because my needles were really draggy and that weird sensation, and I did not like that. So yeah, so it took me longer to finish my cardigan because of that issue as well. Then after I got my replacement, the old needles are good. So I was like, so what do I do? So in that blog, it tells you if they're bumpy, you can pass some wool steel on the needles. I did not have any wool steel to make them smooth and then put some wax on them. So I had some sandpaper. It was like 800. You can use even thinner sandpaper than that, like really thin sandpaper. So I sanded, because it was just in the tips. I sanded the tips, and then after I did that, I cleaned them, wiped the dust off, and they were smooth. Like they didn't have that bumpiness again. So then I put some wax on them and let them dry. I put beeswax. I did not do the wax paper. I let them dry for 24 hours. After that, like the beeswax was not yet really dry on the needles. So I just took some wax paper and rubbed it on the needle to give it more of a really smooth finish, and it worked. They are like brand new needles. So if your needles are getting a little rough, um, mine I replaced, but those ones are still good. So I had to like just experiment with those if sanding and more beeswax would work, and it did. It worked for them. They are like brand new needles again, so I can use them for other projects. And I'm getting some metal needles because I noticed these ones do that. At least it says if you use wool, but usually, if you know me, I use a lot of acrylic yarn, and acrylic yarn doesn't have any type of oil in them. They're plastic. So the woods are not receiving the oil from that. My hands are extremely dry, so it won't receive the oils from my hand because my hands are always dry. My cuticles are a wreck, and yeah, so that is what happened. I guess the needles were like in a desert, and here in Colorado it's pretty dry. So, um, sorry for the phone. So it is difficult for that. At least it happened to me because I live in a very dry place. I always have really, really dry hands here, and the yarn I use doesn't have any oils. So there isn't another way that the needles could receive some oil or some nourishment, the wood. So you can rub some beeswax and you cannot use them for 24 hours. But I would say at least 72 hours, it would be the perfect time for them. If you're using wax paper, it would be 24 hours. But if you're using beeswax, I think 72 hours would be a great time for that. For like to not use them and let them absorb and re-nourish the wood. Okay, enough of that. Um, so I went a little overboard. Let's see what I bought where. Um, so I bought not this, but this and this and this and this. Yeah, this one's one. This one is yeah. So I bought loops and threads, cozy wool. They had a sale for this, better than the one they have right now. Because that sale right now, it's a dollar off, and they say it's like 55% up to 55%. No, I think there's like 2 yarns that are up to 55%. The rest are not even. I think it's like a 40. I'm like, dude, really? No. So I bought this one. It was like a good sale, guys. A good sale. It was like, I think, $3. Yeah, this yarn was $3. Usually it's $6.99. So this cozy wool yarn, it is a 6, so it's a super bulky yarn. I wanted it to make some cable hats because they look so amazing and like super bulky yarn. There's a pattern that I love to make with bulky yarn. It looks amazing. So a hat pattern, I mean. So sorry. This is the color Merlot. So it is that it's coming out the same color that I have here. Obviously, I'm seeing it in the dark, and when I look at the camera, it looks like it's daylight. It's really funny. Yeah, and this one is a acrylic blend, but it is a 50% acrylic, 50% wool. So it has more wool. It's a generic brand. It has more wool than the Lion brand Wool Ease. yarn, the chunky or the regular one, because it just has that brand just has 20%. So I think $3 for a 50-50 like 50 yarn is good. It's really good. And it is not scratchy, it is soft, it feels so cozy and good and squishy. So yeah, I've been dying to buy this yarn forever because it's so pricey. I don't buy it, but for me, price is $7. Oh my god, yeah. Yeah, I've been dying to buy some $35 yarn, but I have no money to buy $35 yarn, and if I did that, my husband would kill me. So right now, no, I don't have the budget for that. So this one is the same brand, the Cozy Wool. It is again a 6, super bulky. And this one is the color Harvest. It's like a mustardy brown. See? Oh, it's so pretty. And this one is kind of like those colors that are in trend right now for fall. They are so amazing. And I think it is really good because it's going to be really cozy and warm. It's going to be cozy like the name says it. Warm. And it's not, I don't feel it. It feels pretty soft on my skin. Like this part, it feels really nice. Not just in my hands. Like I would wear this and I would be the most comfortable, warm person in the world. So yeah, give it a try. It has, if you're a Lion Brand fan of the Wool is Thick and Quick, which just has 20% off, 20% yarn. And this one is almost the same price as that, and it's a 50-50. You should go for it. You get more wool for the same money. What do you want? Like, what do you want? It's like the best thing ever. So I bought some Peyton's worsted. This is Peyton's Classic Wool Worsted. Yep. In the color black. This one is purple, like grape color, like what kind of purple exactly is it? Is it is kind of like jelly come down. It is kind of like not Welch juice, like grape Welch juice, kind of like that. But it looks really blue, but it's not. It's not blue. It's purple. And the color for this one is royal purple. It's really nice. I think it is 100 grams. Yes, it's 100% pure new wool. And it is a worsted weight, so it's a 4-ply. Oh, I did not say how much this one has for quantity. This one is 90 yards or 4.5 ounces. Or if it is 82 meters or 127 grams. Yeah, I think it has the same quantity as the Lion Brand Thick and Quick. So yeah, and the other color of these, this one is Aran. A whitish cream color or an off-white color, and this one is black. It's called black. So the 100% wool. They had a good sale on that too before this sale that makes no sense. I bought Boutique, Red Heart Boutique Unforgettable, 2 balls of the same color. And this one is the Sunrise color. And it is a 4-ply, but it's thinner. It's more like a DK than a 4-ply. It is 100% acrylic. It has 3.5 ounces or 100 grams. It is 270 yards or 246 meters. Look at the color. I love that color. But there, in my face. I never get the angle right. Yeah. So I bought these to make some crocodile stitch fingerless hand mitts or fingerless gloves, whatever you want to call it. And there is like a trend going on that instead of calling it the cockro- crocodile, no, I don't know how to say it. The crocodile stitch. It's called the dragon mitts, fingerless mitts. You can look it up on um, Pinterest, and there will be a ton of them. It's like a trend now that's going on. Instead of like calling it like crocodile stitch or crocodile scales or dragon scales mitts or fingerless mitts, and you can research it. I found a free pattern. I have it in my library, so you can go ahead and look on my things and check them out. They're free and they use this yarn. Um, I think you can replace this yarn with the Lion Brands. Um, forget the name, but it's kind of like this. It has shiny and it is like a one ply yarn. But yeah, I'm gonna do some. I bought some extra yarn because I don't know how much it's gonna take me because I want to do them pretty long and with a lot of scales, and that takes a lot of yarn. So yep. The other things I bought were at Joann's. So I bought some wool ease in the color forest green heather, a long name. It's a medium worsted weight. It is 80% acrylic, 20% wool. It's 3 ounces. It is 85 grams, or 3 ounces or 85 grams. Sorry, 197 yards or 180 meters, and it is a pretty green color. It is so pretty. So yeah, I bought that one. Then I bought this one, which it says it is the same one. Yeah, it's called Chestnut Heather. It's kind of like a burgundy kind of color, but more earthy. Jelly, come down, Jelly. Okay, it's enough. It's enough, girl. So I bought at Joann's the Peyton's worsted. It is the same 100 grams, but no, Jelly, don't do that. Don't eat my yarn. Go, go, go. I'm telling you, she's a little rascal. She likes to eat my yarn. Once, when I was doing the socks, you know what she did? She grabbed the ball of yarn, and I felt something was pulling on it, and she was walking out the door with the whole skein of yarn. And I was like, "Hey, stop!" And she stopped and dropped it and ran away, and I'm like, "Dude, I'm using that." So it's the same color, Aaron. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but yeah. Oh, I think you can. I think you can. Look at the difference. This one is more white, and this one is more cream. Well, this one is more cream, and this one is more white. This one is the one I bought at Michael's, and this one is the one I bought at Joann's, and it's the same color. It's the same color. And I checked, and it's the same dye lot too, because I looked at both of them, and they're the same dye lot. Weird, okay? So yeah, I bought Aaron, but in Joann's because I thought it was, oh, it's a darker cream color. And now I come home, oh, it's the same yarn, but it's darker? It's the same dye lot? What? I don't know if they do it like a little different because it's a different store. Who knows? Maybe. So yeah. And then I bought a jelly roll. No, a jelly roll. A sweet roll at Joann's. Yay! I have to get all the rolls. They have some pretty colors, but this one caught my eye. It looks amazing. It has this coral colors. It's by Premier Yarns. It has 245 yards or 229 224 meters. And it's 5 ounces, 140 grams. It is 100% acrylic. Yep. And it's a worsted weight. So I will tell you this out of the bat. It will not compare to the Caron cake. It is soft, but it feels just like Caron 1 pound. The same thickness, the same softness. Almost the same. Like, and this one is not squishy. It's super compact in there. It's like, I think if I threw this at someone, it could kill someone. That dense. It's really dense. It's not squishy, but it's pretty. Like, yeah, I like it. I was not gonna buy any, but I was like, oh, let's buy one just to say I have one. But it doesn't give me the feel of the Caron cakes. Like, I love the Caron cakes. They feel so soft and squishy. This one is like, just buy some Caron 1 pound and wind up some different colors and match, and you have a jelly roll. It doesn't even have speckles or anything like the Caron. So, not my favorite, but I bought that color that I liked. Yeah. Other things I bought at Joann the same day I bought that jelly roll. What's this? Let's see, camera. Okay, camera. Thank you, camera. So, yeah. It is a mannequin. It was $9.99. It was 80% off. Yeah, it was 80 or 70% off. Something like that. Why did I buy this? This one is more like a child size mannequin, even though it has boobs. But yes. I bought this, and then I bought this one. So I think this one was $1 something I paid for this, and it was $10. Good. So this one here is more the adult size mannequin. It's not as big as my body, but almost. You can see there. Almost. So it's a pretty good representation, especially if you're like sewing or stuff. But usually, obviously, I'm not gonna use it for that. But this one's regular price was $14.99. But I think I paid like $3 or $2 and something for this one. Pretty amazing, guys. Pretty amazing. I love that sound. It's so good. I bought these two because I might do a craft show next summer. Next year's summer, I might do a craft show. So I need models because I might do some baby dresses. I might do some summer tops. So I'm not gonna do a bunch of those, but at least like 3, 1 for the model, and 2 or 3 baby dresses. So I need a model to put the baby dresses in, and I need a model to put one of the blouses in, so it looks nice. I might paint them so they look nicer, and they're not really white and like in your face white. But for that price, like I told my husband, if I'm doing that craft show, I need mannequins, which I don't have. And these ones are like the bottoms are really flat and steady. They lay really nicely. So I bought them. And for the price, you can't beat that. And they're just for Halloween. That's why they were really cheap. They're just for Halloween, which is dumb because they don't look Halloween or anything. But yeah. And I eyed them once they got there to the store, but they were so expensive. I was like, no. And then when I came back, I think it was last Sunday or Saturday, I was like, oh my god, I need to buy those right now because they're super cheap and they're super amazing. Because if I have to model or take a picture of something, I can put this on the mannequin, anything on this mannequin, or any baby things on this. I was thinking of like might shave the boobs the boob stuff. You know, do it nicely, like with a hot knife or something, so it lays flat, because little girls don't have boobs. That's what my husband said, so according to him. But then I told him that, and he's like, don't shave the boobs off. So, the dilemma about the boobs. But yes, I think that's all I have to show you guys. And for the giveaway, I am going to give away. What am I going to give away? And that is going to be the giveaway. And how do you enter that giveaway? Just leave a comment here saying what Christmas gifts are you knitting right now or crocheting right now, and then I will do on my next video a random generator and show you exactly what you're gonna win, or I'm gonna put a picture here of the bag and the yarns you're gonna win, because I'm crazy. I just remembered, hey, I said I was gonna do a giveaway. You better do a giveaway, man. Don't lie to us. So yes. In other things I have in my life, I've been really excited because I am a Secret Santa. I will not tell who it is, but I do have somebody who I'm going to send some lovely, lovely yarn and gifts. I will not show them here. I don't know if that person makes a podcast. I don't think so. But yeah. I think that is all for my life right now. I thank you so much for watching, and my links are going to be in the description box below. I am always this crazy, so yeah, right now my videos sound pretty nice. They look okay, and I'm glad for that. I'm thankful for that. And yes, let's keep on being positive, and remember to always do what you love. See you next time.